And perfect. Now we're recording this webinar, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this recording of today's webinar, and I'm going to post it on my Facebook page over here at the Short Sale Coaching Club. Okay, on Facebook, you can just go to the Short Sale Coaching Club and scroll around, and you'll find videos and whatnot, right? You guys can, so if you want to come back and review all the stuff we've talked about today over the next hour about how to go get listings, cheap, free, fast, easy, sometimes spend a little bit of money, and how to make 2013 your best year ever, come over here to, again, the Short Sale Coaching Club on Facebook. All right. With that, let's get started. I'm going to open up this little slideshow I created from you guys, and I'm going to just run it from the beginning here. And we're about 2 weeks out, as long as the, what are they, the Mayan calendars or something like that, as long as none of that stuff comes true and we're all still here on January 1st, you know, we need to think about the new year. And I love it. I've got my new calendar right here for 2013. If you guys haven't done that yet, you want to go get a new calendar, like your weekly, monthly planning calendar so you can carry it around with you, right? You got to have one of those. Okay, so let's talk about how to make 2013 your best year ever. And this is just my opinion. And again, who am I? Hey, I'm a realtor like you. I'm a realtor like you. I have been for a lot of years. And I spent a lot of time flying around the country selling things to people like you. Right, and training people like you. The mission was to sell, right? Our purpose was to train, and we did a great job at it for a lot of years. We needed thousands of agents with Joe Stumpf and Buy Referral Only, and Brian Buffini was a part of that back in the day, and Eben Pagan and Dean Jackson and real sharp marketers, right? I know that you guys listen. Before I dive into this stuff, in fact, let me move away from this image for a minute. Before I dive into this stuff, I know that you guys have, if you've been in real estate for more than a year, you probably know Howard Brinton, Brian Buffini, Joe Stumpf, Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, Craig Proctor, CDPE, Howard, you know, Harris University. You got a lot of stuff. You got people calling you up. Point 2 agent, sell buyer stuff. I understand. I'm a realtor. I totally got it. Right? What you guys should know, here's why I love doing these webinars. Sure, I have stuff to sell you, and if you'd like to buy it, I'd love to sell it to you, and I'd love to work with you, but you don't have to buy it. Because why I love doing these webinars is I know when we're done, whether you buy my stuff or not, whether you make an investment in my tools and training, it doesn't matter. Because you're going to leave here better off as a realtor. And I think that's true whether you've been in real estate for 20 years or whether you've been in real estate for 20 minutes. That's kind of a big statement, but I believe it. And I know a lot of realtors who would say, you know what, it's true. It's true. So just stick around. Okay, let's talk about 2013. Now, to make 2013 your best year ever, right, plan for listings. You don't need Craig Proctor, Joe Stumpf, Brian Buffini, CDPE, Howard Brinton, Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry, Pro Step Marketing Program 3648, Chris Silveda, Simple Listing Solutions. You don't need us, right? You don't. What you need is good habits, and you need to plan smartly. Right, and you need to execute those plans smartly. So if you want to make 2013 your best year ever, plan for listings and execute those plans smartly. Whether it's door knocking, cold calling, mailing, whatever it is, right? It's the execution where agents break down. There's plenty of plans out there, all good ones. People standing in line to sell plans to you, right? It's where the execution occurs where 9 out of 10 agents lose it. Okay, so you want to make 2013 better than last year, just execute better. Whatever you did last year, do the same thing, just execute better. Right? Okay, so in 2013, keep it simple. I like to keep things really simple because that's what I require to just sort of move forward in life. I need simplicity. And so that's why I named my company Simple Listing Solutions. Did I say my couple? I meant my company. So I named my company Simple Listing Solutions because, hey, isn't that what we want in real estate, right? So in 2013, keep it simple. Think 2 groups, strangers and non-strangers. It doesn't get any more simpler than that, right? Now I'm going to build on top of that. I'm going to build a little pie for you guys right now. So the crust that we just laid down in the pan is pretty darn simple. Strangers, non-strangers. Okay, so the pie is going to get a little bit more complex as I add things to it, but not much more complex. Okay, we just need to know that the base of our pie is strangers and non-strangers. And then in 2013, we just need to think about those 2 groups, right, in a smart way. All right, so there's 2 groups out there, strangers, non-strangers. All right, so in terms of strangers, right, in terms of strangers, because you got to talk to strangers in 2013 if you want to do more business. right? How will you contact them? Like in 2013, you've been in real estate for a lot of years. What's worked for you in the past, or what hasn't worked for you in the past, or what are you willing to try this year? What are you thinking about doing, right? How will you reach out and contact Group A, right, the strangers? Is it going to be at the door? Is it going to be over the phone, through the mail, with a newsletter, postcards, letters, over the internet? If it's over the internet, how are you going to do that? Pay-per-click ads? Where? Facebook, right? Google AdWords, Craigslist? How will that work? Right. So how will you contact strangers? What's the most efficient, cost-effective way that fits your budget, your resources, way you like to do things in 2013? Do you know what that is yet? Because in 2013, that's in 2 weeks. Okay. So number one, how will you contact those strangers? Number two, who will you contact? I mean, which strangers? Farm area? Are you going to work a farm area? Okay, if it's a farm area, again, are you going to knock on their doors? You're going to somehow get their phone numbers? You're going to mail to the farm area? What are you going to send, a newsletter, postcards, letters? What will you do? Right? How about NOD lists, right? Notice of default, 90-day late, haven't made my payment, right? How about notice of trustee sale? How about people who filed for divorce? How about expired listings, right? Or FSBOs? Right. Who will you contact in 2013? Who will you focus on? Figure it out, because guess what? 2013 is in 2 weeks. You don't want to be changing your plan. You can't leave the port and get like a third of the way across the Atlantic, on your way to your destination and change your plan. That doesn't work. That's not a good system. Okay. So who will you contact in 2013, and how will you contact them in terms of strangers? Right. So I laid out the crust. I said, keep it simple. There's two groups, strangers, non-strangers, and all we're talking about right now is the strangers, and who are they and how are you going to talk to them? Right. You got to have that figured out now. All right. Now, non-strangers, right? Those are the people who already know you, like you, trust you, past clients, center of influence, right? Mom, friends, people around town, that if they saw your face on a bus bench, like not laying there with a newspaper over it, but an ad, right? Remax, with a picture of you, they would look over there and they go, hey, I know him, or hey, I know her, and they'd smile, right? Those are the people I'm talking about, the non-strangers in your town, in your county, right? How many of them are on your list? And you got their addresses, their phone numbers, their email, their names, and all that stuff, right? How many? Because if you're in real estate and you're a professional, of course you have that list. And the longer you've been in real estate, it's probably pretty big, I'd imagine, right? Right? Yeah. Okay, so how many on your list? You got 50? You got 100? So we're talking about the non-strangers right now. We're just trying to get them organized. Right. Now, so, okay, you got them organized. Chris, I got 50. Okay, we'll call them your team 50. Chris, I got 100. Okay, we'll call it your team 100. Right. Now, how many touch points per month? In other words, in 2013, how many times will your team 50 hear from you or feel something from you, right? Get a sense of you? Every month, right? Because you got to do that. Coca-Cola does it. United Airlines does it. Hertz Rent-A-Car does it. Everybody does it. Every business, right? You got to be broadcasting your signal multiple times, right? Touching people, strangers and non-strangers. So in terms of strangers, how many are on your list, and how many times per month do you plan on touching them? That kind of sounds funny. Now, how are you going to touch them? With a newsletter? With a note card? With a phone call? Right? Are you going to drop by their house? Maybe you'll have a long stick with a feather on the end of it. You'll reach it through their window and tickle them on their forehead, right, when they're sitting there reading the magazine. How are you going to touch them every month, and how many times? You got to be thinking about this stuff right now, because 2013 is in 2 weeks, and you want it to be your best year ever, right? We're going to focus on listings, and right now we're talking about strangers, non-strangers. So can you list some popular methods for finding listings, right, from, say, strangers and non-strangers? Traditionally, like what's been done in real estate over the past 100 years, right? What have realtors been doing? Well, I think they've been knocking on doors. I think they've been doing direct mail. I think they've been holding open houses and meeting people that way. I think they've been cold calling. I think they've been getting referrals from their center of influence, sometimes by accident, sometimes it's orchestrated. Sometimes people go to training programs. They invest in programs like Joe Stumpf over at Buy Referral Only, or Craig Proctor, or Simple List. Not Craig Proctor. He's more buyer stuff, I think. Brian Buffini, right? Us, and they find ways to really intentionally orchestrate referrals, right? Some of them just come accidentally because they know a lot of people, right? Some people purchase leads, right? Those are all things that have been happening, and they all work to a degree, right? I can tell you from my perch, like right now, I would like you guys to think, like, picture me, I'm in a hot air balloon, and I'm up at about 30,000 feet. Right. In fact, the U.S. military, they now have these blimps, these high-altitude blimps that they can hover way up in the sky. They're like the color of the sky. You can't see them. They're way up there. They've got these cameras, and they can look down. They can watch the whole region, like a whole area of the tribal region along the border of Afghanistan and Pakistan. And they can float up there for months and just film. And they can watch you come and going from your house, which store you go to, which park you hang out at, where's your favorite cafe, what time do you go. They can just track you for months with a camera, right? And kind of that's what I've been doing. And what I've been doing is looking down on North America, and I've been watching realtors go get short sale listings, and I've been watching what they do, right? And I've actually been sort of reaching down with this long arm and saying, here, try this, whispering in their ear, say this, right? Giving them things. But I've been watching it from up there, and I'm seeing what's been working and what's not working. And I'm going to share a lot of that with you today, right? But door knocking has been working. It's been converting strangers to non-strangers faster than the mail, right? Door knocking, it's been working really well, right? For some agents. A lot of agents go out there and they door knock, it doesn't do anything for them. They just, other than like rub the skin off their knuckles, they lose some weight and they get some fresh air in their lungs, and it's a good thing all around, but they don't get listings from it. But some agents are going out there and getting, a listing every time they go door knocking, right? They're getting a lot of listings every month from door knocking. Right. And so what's the difference between those two agents? Execution. That's all. It's always execution. Right. Now, a lot of agents are mailing, and they have been for the last couple of years. They've been mailing to NOD lists. They've been buying 30, 60, 90, lists like that. Now you can't buy those lists. And if you are, it's illegal. They're not allowed to be selling you those 30, 60, 90 day, or the 30, 60s anyways. The NODs you could still get. Right. You can still get the 30, 60s. I think I've seen them out there, but you're not supposed to. So a lot of agents have been mailing, right, direct response mail and stuff to lists. And, before there was a big economic meltdown and a bunch of short sale people to mail to, agents were still mailing. They were mailing to expireds. They were mailing to FSBOs. They were mailing into geographic farm areas, right? So mail has worked historically to get listings depending on what you mail. Right now in this kind of mail, I would say mail is not working for 9 out of 10 realtors. Right, but the 1 out of 10 realtors that it's working for, it's working great. They're getting listings. Right, I've got a package in front of me. Boy, do I have it right here in my hand. I sure do. It's an envelope. It's like an 8.5 by 5.5 envelope. On one side, it says "Open immediately, express, important notice enclosed, extremely urgent," red, white, and blue. On the other side, it's stamped "Final notice." That's where my mailing address is, and a little stamp on there. This is from Rick Geese. He's in Michigan. He's an agent I work with. This package is amazing. I open it up from him. We can stop the foreclosure free, no cost to you, but time is of the essence. This is a pretty cool package he puts together. Rick's getting listings through the mail. That's for sure. It's working for him, right? So door knocking is working well for some agents. Mail is working well for some agents. Open houses works great for some agents, right? Cold calling for some agents. Again, it always comes back to how you execute. How you execute, right? Like, for instance, open houses. Some agents, they say, "Oh, I hate to do open houses." I hear that all the time. And I think to myself, what? Huh? And I hear agents, "Oh, open houses, buyer, schmeyer, I'm not going to hold it open." And I think to myself, what? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Open houses aren't for buyers. Listen, the purpose of a listing is to get another listing. Open houses are to meet the neighborhood homeowners. Buyers, they can stumble in. Come on in, have a hot chocolate, grab a donut, hang out. Well, I got a briefcase full of cash and I really want this house and I don't have an agent. Okay, sit down, right? But in other words, the purpose of an open house is to meet all the neighborhood homeowners, right? So let's talk about execution. How am I going to get all the neighborhood homeowners to come to my open house? They'll come anyway. That's the funny thing about neighborhood homeowners. They'll come in anyway. If you do an open house and you don't even put out any signs, just put out one sign out on the sidewalk, you'd be lucky if a couple people come in, and if they do, you know who they're going to be? Neighbors, always, right? But what if you were strategic about it? Come on, you could get 50 neighbors to come over there and hang out. How do they hang out? Well, I create a nice atmosphere they want to hang out in. There's nice smell. We're waiting for those cinnamon rolls. Fresh cinnamon rolls going to be popping out of here in about 5 minutes. You guys like some Pete's coffee, espresso, cappuccino? How do you take it? Do you like cream? We got all this stuff going. Music. Hey, look what they did in the backyard. I create a scene. I don't got paper cups for that coffee. Are you kidding me? You could leave with that. I've got a whole tray of nice ceramic mugs over here. Pour yourself a cup of coffee. Have some. Listen to the Mozart. Walk around. Hey, how are you guys? Right? Create a nice environment. People are talking to me. They're meeting me. They're leaving going, wow, nice, that guy's cool. Hey, did you see his thing? Hey, did you notice this about him? Hey, our agent didn't do it. That's what open houses are for, right? Hey, thanks for not keeping me a secret, you guys, right? Right? So it always comes down to execution. Whether you're door knocking, what are the words that you say, right? If you're just handing out a piece of paper that your title rep gave you that's got the San Diego Charger football season schedule on it, nobody cares. I don't want that. Who are you? Oh, this is just a thing for you. Oh, great. Bye. Thanks. Well, hey, do you want to short sell your house? No, thanks. We're working on a loan mod. Bye. Right. Poor execution. You're not going to get any listings doing that. That'll never work. Right? But how about if you knocked on somebody's door and said, hey, folks, how's it going? Listen, my name's Chris. I'm a local real estate broker. Listen, I just wanted to give you a couple of these and let you know something. This may or may not apply to you folks. I hope it doesn't. But listen, if you know anybody in the neighborhood, or even at your church or your work, if they owe more on their home than it's worth, so many of us here in San Diego, if they owe more on their home than it's worth, I want you to know something. I and my team, does that make sense? We can help them save their home for free, right? Free assistance with loan modifications, HARP 2.0 government refinance program. I've got the best guy in my team in the county for getting people approved under HARP. That's the government refinance program for underwater homeowners. And rates are so low today, if Tom can get them approved, it's just nothing to sell them, right? They can literally cut their mortgage payments in half. So we can help them with the loan mod. We can help them with the HARP 2.0 refi. And listen, if we can't help them save their home for free, we can help them stay in that home as long as possible and get paid cash to move out, right? No foreclosure. Bank of America pays up to $30,000 cash relocation assistance, right? Chase, Citibank, $25,000, $40,000. There's money available, right, for upside down homeowners, even if they've been living there for a year not making the payment, right? Because the banks don't want to foreclose. Right. So anyway, hey, thanks for not keeping me a secret. This is for you guys and got to go. Bye. Right. That's a completely different conversation. I can help you guys save your home for free. Hey, listen, I got a guy in my team. He's the best guy in the county for getting people approved under HARP. That's the government refi program for underwater homeowners. You guys familiar with it? Here, take this, go over to this website, just click on the free help button. Right. He doesn't have anything to sell you. Right. He's no horse in the race. He can get you qualified or he can't. Well, we've been told we don't qualify. That's why you want to talk to Tom. He's heard that before, you guys. If you can't get qualified, you can't get qualified, but you ought to get a second opinion, right, and an expert one at that. Hey, I got to go. Bye. Right? Hey, I got to go. Bye. Right? Got to go. Bye. Prospects pursued. Run away. I don't want anything from you guys. I'm not breathing commission breath all over you. Just wanted to let you know I can help you guys save your home if you're underwater. Anybody you know in this neighborhood need my help saving their home for free? It's not a problem. I'd love to do it. And by the way, if I can't help them, I'll help them stay there as long as possible and get paid cash to move out. We don't need any foreclosures in this neighborhood. Hey, thanks for not keeping me a secret. Right? That's a completely different dialogue. Hey, you want a season schedule for the San Diego Chargers? No. Right? So how you execute when it comes to door knocking is everything. Same thing with the mail. Same thing with your open houses. Right? So in 2013, pick what you like to do. Right? Pick what you like to do. Know your two groups, strangers and non-strangers. Right? How many times a month are you going to communicate to them, and how are you going to do it? Over at the door? Through the mail? Right? So let's just kind of cruise through this. Now, what's the number one source of listings according to the National Association of Realtors? You guys know what it is. It's the non-strangers. Yay! It's the non-strangers. It's the people who already know you. So we're going to call them your A-team. And here's the thing you need to know as a marketer with a real estate license. Here's what you need to know. You need to know that there's an invisible copper wire that runs from your belly button to the belly button of everybody in your county who knows you, right? And that little copper wire allows you to send a little beam, to beam a little signal, ping, right through it to them, right? Whether it's over the phone, through the mail, at the door, right? Through a print ad that they see with your face on it. When they get your message, however they get it, they'll look at it the very first time. Hey, I know her. Hey, I know him. What's this? They'll engage with it, right? Strangers, there's no invisible copper wire running from your belly button to their belly button. You send a signal to them, they go, huh, trash. What's that? Did something just touch me? Huh, felt like something just flew by. They don't even see it. They don't even feel it, right? You got to keep hitting them with it. It's like you got to keep throwing that pebble at their window 25 times before they're like, what the heck is outside my window? Your friends, on the other hand, you throw one pebble, they go, oh, hey, that must be Joey, and they stick their head outside, right? You got to know that as a marketer with a real estate license. In other words, if you're going to spend money like communicating to people, you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck from people who know you. Right? I spend 50 cents on a postage. It goes to people who know me. They open it up. They read my message. I spend 50 cents on postage. It goes to a non-stranger. They throw it away. So I got to send it to them 10 times, which means $5 to the non-stranger, 50 cents. I mean, $5 to the stranger, 50 cents to the non-stranger. So how am I going to spend my money? How am I going to execute? Doesn't mean it's not worth spending money sending mail to strangers, right? If you're executing well, good execution is like somebody else pays for it. That sounds pretty fabulous. Right. So your A team makes up, right, a group. And thinking in terms of groups is great. We started this webinar saying there's two groups, strangers and non-strangers, right? Strangers and non-strangers. So you got your A team, fans, past clients, friends, family, associates. You got your B team, geographic farm area. You got your C team, NODs. Maybe you're working divorce. Maybe you're working expireds. Maybe you're working FSBOs. But as a marketer with a real estate license, right, you're thinking in terms of groups in 2013, right? And you're thinking in terms of how many times per month am I going to communicate to my groups, and what's my communication message going to be? Right? Is my communication free? Does it cost me money? If it costs me money, am I paying for it? Is somebody else paying for it? Right? Again, execution. And he or she who executes best wins. Right? In business, entrepreneurs like you and I, we take a good idea and we execute fabulously, we'll win every single time. We take a good idea like door knocking and we flub it, we'll burn out on real estate and go look for another job. Right? We get into real estate and we say, I don't like open houses because we don't understand how to turn them into gold nuggets. No, I don't know. I just I'm going to do an open house this weekend. A completely different mindset. Completely different mindset. It's amazing. I'm reading a book right now. I would recommend every realtor go out and get it. It's called Selling with Noble Purpose. Selling with Noble Purpose. How to drive revenue and do work that makes you proud. That's the name of the book. Selling with Noble Purpose. And these people have figured out that, check it out, top performers all had far more pronounced sense of purpose. Like what they've found is that top performers in all industries, salespeople in all industries, had a greater sense of purpose than just make money. Right? Like if they were in biotech, if they were in pharmaceutical sales reps, selling drugs, and they got to go call on doctors and stuff. You know who the top pharmaceutical sales reps people were? People who told stories like this. You know what? My dad was a doctor, and he had to work so hard his whole life. People don't understand how hard doctors work. And, my job, I get to go make the job of doctors a little bit easier. So their sense of purpose was not to go make a bunch of money. Their sense of purpose was, hey, I'm going to go make the job of a doctor much easier because my dad was a doctor, and as a kid when I was growing up, right, I watched that. So top performers have a higher sense of purpose than just money. You guys need to know that. I don't know why I got spinning off on that, but that's important. So selling with noble purpose. Stick that in your Christmas stocking. All right. Now, pick your groups. When will they hear from you? What will they hear from you? How will they hear from you? Okay. When, what, how. Strangers and non-strangers. When, what, and how in 2013. Now, I'm going to give you guys some ideas. Right? Now, deliver 3 purposeful communications to your A team every 30 days, and you can realistically expect 2 deals a month. Right? If you've got 50 people, right, on your A list, deliver 3 purposeful communications to your A team every 30 days, and you can realistically expect 2 deals per month in terms of referrals. Right? Now, so touch points, like communications, what would they be? Newsletter, note card, phone call. This is just an example, right? I could send a newsletter out in the beginning of the month. I could send a note card in the middle of the month, and I could call at the end of the month. I'm talking 50 people, right? And that's going to generate a minimum of 2 referrals every single month for me, right? That's pretty good execution. Newsletter, note card, phone call, newsletter, note card, phone call. I got it in my calendar. In 2013, these 50 people, they're going to hear from me 3 times a month. They're going to be really impressed. I'm going to be on their brain. I'm going to occupy the space of their brain called real estate 6 months into this program. Right? They'll be referring people to me. How could they not? How could they not? What kind of people would they be referring to me? The kind of people I ask for in my communications. Hey, right now I'm working with some great buyers who are really frustrated at the lack of inventory. Great buyers. We got to write 17 offers just to get one accepted. I need inventory, and I could use your help. I know you know people thinking about selling their home in the next year. You know, what can we do together to let them know about me and my buyers? Right? I'd love to help them get their home sold. Even if they owe more than it's worth, I could help them get their home sold and get paid. Right? No foreclosure. Right? So that's a pretty intentional communication. And if I did that 3 times a month to my center of influence, that would be a pretty good thing. Right? That's a system. That's a system. Newsletter, note card, phone call. Where do I get a newsletter, Chris? Just go onto Google and type realtor newsletter. Right? Service for life, buyer for a lonely, simple listing solutions. The list goes on and on. There's some good ones out there. Right, there's some good ones out there. I'll show you mine here a little bit later. So masterful communications, it's intentional, it's result-oriented, it doesn't get lost in the mailbox full of NOD postcards, right? Referrals are the most noted source of listing business nationwide. Door knocking a farm or a targeted list from my high-altitude blimp looking down with the several hundred realtors I'm working with that are doggedly pursuing short sales across the country. Door knocking, highly effective with great execution right now for getting listings. Right. Now, of course, when you go out to a house and you knock on the door, they're not always home, or they're home and they don't answer the door. Right. I know. It's going to take you on average 1 to 5 visits to get the person to come to the front door. Right. But if you did that every month, right, if you said, hey, I'm just going to take 50 properties, 50 NODs, and I'm going to focus on these properties for the next 30 days, and I'm going to go knock on the door until I meet the homeowner, 1 to 5 visits, right? That's why I'm going to give myself 30 days. You're going to list 2 or 3 or 4 homes, right? If you're executing well, right? If you've got good dialogue. Now you're going to go out there and you want to turn up the execution notch even better. I'm going to have great dialogue at the door. I don't want anything. Hey, listen, I can help you guys save your home for free. Thanks for not keeping me a secret. By the way, I wrote the book. Check it out. Right here, I'll send you a free copy. Hey, if your neighbors, if they owe more on their homes, where I can help them, they save their home for free too. And if I can't help them sell it, hey, did you know Bank of America pays $30,000 cash relocation assistance? They're not the only bank doing that. I can help them get the money. Right? Stay in that home as long as possible. Now, as long as, boy, Chris, slow down on the caffeine. Now, check it out. Am I always going to be able to get an upside down homeowner cash? Of course not. Of course not. Here in Southern California, yeah, I could find them cash. The commissions are pretty good size out here, right? If the average price point is $300 or $350 or $450, it's not hard to find them some money. If they need security deposit, first month's rent or something like that, and I can't get it from the lender, I'll give it to them out of my commission. I don't mind. I don't mind. I like the people that I help. I want to help them. That's my intention, right? I don't mind. So direct mail, that works if you know how to work it, right? If you're executing. Internet. We're going to talk about this for a minute, okay? Because I think you guys can get listings from the internet all day long. In fact, I know you can. And you don't need to have a search engine optimized, supercharged website at $20,000 a month in pay-per-click traffic. You just don't. It's not how the internet works for getting listings. I'm going to show you guys how it does. Right? So internet. Here's what you need to know about the internet. 10 out of 10 short sale salmon begin life as loan modification minnows. What do you think? What? It's like you guys are right now. If I were you, I'd be going, what? What'd that guy just say? I just said, in terms of the internet, right, before we even have the internet conversation, you better understand that 10 out of 10 short sale salmon begin their life as a loan modification minnow. Okay? People don't want to sell their home. They want to save it. These upside-down homeowners, they want to save it. That's why they tell you they're working on a loan mod. Go away. Right? I don't want to short sell my home. Go away. And that's why your friends and your center of influence, you're a realtor. They're not telling you about their friends and their family or themselves who are struggling to work on a loan mod. What does that have to do with you? You want to short sell our home, right? You want to get paid a bunch of cash from the bank off our failed hopes and dreams. No thanks. Right? But if you were a foreclosure alternatives advisor who helped people save their homes and avoid foreclosure for free, well, that would just completely change the game, wouldn't it? You could still be with Keller Williams or Prudential or Coldwell, right? And you could still have a CDPE logo on your card. That's great. You know all about that stuff. But listen, did you guys know that I'm a foreclosure alternatives advisor? I don't just sell homes. I don't just help people buy and sell real estate. I help people save their homes. And in this economy, I've had to become intimately familiar with HAMP, loan mods, HARP 2.0, government refi program. I've got people on my team. We can help you guys. The services are free. Whoa, I didn't know you were a foreclosure alternatives advisor who helps people save their homes for free. Yeah, and if I can't do that, I'll help you stay there as long as possible and possibly get paid thousands to move out. Bank of America pays up to $30,000 cash. Huh? Yeah, that's what I do as a foreclosure alternatives advisor. Have you read my book? What? Now we're talking, right? Now we're talking. Like if you could speak that kind of language. So let's go back to internet. 10 out of 10 short sale salmon begin life as a loan mod minnow. Now, this is an ad about HARP, obviously. It says, with the HARP 2.0 refi program, I was able to refi at today's low interest rates and cut my monthly payments almost in half. Woohoo! Who's running this kind of an ad? Must be a foreclosure alternatives advisor. With the HARP 2.0 refi, cut my payments in half. You may be eligible for HARP. Get help. Right. So this is an ad. I could run this ad on Craigslist. Right. I could run this ad on Craigslist. The thing is, if I ran this ad on Craigslist, I'd only be able to run it in the services, right, under professional services. I couldn't run it in homes for sale, or ideally in rentals, where all the upside-down homeowners are looking, because it would get flagged immediately. Right. Wouldn't it? Get flagged immediately. But now when people click on the ad, where would it take them to? Here's the thing. It's going to take them to a website or a landing page, right? Even if it takes them to a website with 100 pages, it's going to land on one particular page of that website when they click on this ad, right? So they're going to land on a landing page. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to hit the back browser within about 3 seconds. If you don't capture their attention in 3 seconds, they're gone. So what I just said was, here's an ad for HARP 2.0, cut your payments in half, save your house, that I could only run in the services section of Craigslist, right? And that when people would click on it, boy, 9 out of 10 times they're going to hit the back browser and leave because they don't see what they want right away, right? Now, here's the same ad incorporated into a rental property ad. For rent at Lakeside Terrace, 5-bedroom, 4-bath, luxury living. Click on picture for property details, right? What's this? Oh, the same ad. Attention, upside down home number, save your home with a HARP refi. Now, I incorporated this ad into a rental ad. Now I can run this same HARP ad, right, over in the rental section. I could run it. I could make this a for sale. I could run it over in for sale too, right? Not just in my city, all over the place. Right. So, I could take this ad and I could run it in for rent, couldn't I? Just kind of get creative. I've got to execute, right? I've got to be a marketer with a real estate license. I got to think about this stuff, right? Because I'm a marketer. I just happen to get paid through real estate. Now, when a prospect clicks on your ad, again, you got 3 seconds to capture their attention before they hit the back browser and they leave your website. So your landing page is absolutely critical. So are you guys ready for 2013? Is your website, is your stuff ready, right? Are your letters ready? Are your, whatever you're going to send through the mail, is it ready? If you're going to knock on the door, is your dialogue ready? If you're going to call them up on the phone, is your dialogue, are you nailed? Is it like, you got some good dialogue? Right? Okay. If you got a website and you're going to be driving traffic there and you want listings, is your website ready? So that when people go there, they don't go, I'm out of here, right? That's a question. Now, what does an ideal landing page look like for this ad? So if this is an ad on Craigslist, underwater, we may be able to help, right? Or, I incorporated this into a rental or a for sale. So wherever it is, if somebody sees this and they click on it, what's an ideal landing page look like? Let me show you. Right. This is a copy of a page from my website. And this particular page is called HARP 2.0 Refinance Help. Right? So if they clicked on this ad, or if they clicked on this, well, not that one, that would take them to my rental page. If they clicked on this ad, right? And by the way, from my rental page, they would see the HARP 2.0 page and they'd make my way there, right? But if they clicked on this ad, or if they clicked on this ad, they would arrive on my HARP 2.0 Refinance Help page, where they would meet my mortgage partner, who does HARP 2.0 refis. And it says, owe more than your home is worth, can't afford the payments? I'll help you refinance under the government HARP 2.0 program and reduce your monthly payments by as much as 50% so you can keep your home for free. Tom Jacobs is a certified foreclosure alternatives advisor. Right? Here's a video. Click. Hi, folks. My name's Tom. They can meet Tom. They can hear his voice. They can see he's friendly. They can see he's nice. Video. Let me emphasize the power of video. In fact, 10 years from now, I'm going to suggest to you guys that probably 90% of global communications is going to be video. Right? People are going to click on an email, they'll open it up, and they're going to just see you. Hi, Martha. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that you can look for those documents over here, because That's personal, right? People throw away email with text. Delete, right? It's just like the door hanger on the door. Trash, right? Relationships are what drive sales. Relationships, okay? That's what makes video powerful, right? That's what sucks video in. Like, if I land on this page, the reason I don't hit the back browser, the only thing there is a compelling headline that speaks directly to what I want. And, okay, a paragraph of text, right? And a video. That's easy. I'm an American. I'm going to click play and watch TV. Are you kidding me? Bring me a bowl of popcorn. What's this? Click. Hey, folks, how's it going? My name's Tom. I can help you save your home for free. You're singing my tune, Tom, right? You got 30 seconds to capture my attention. Okay, here's how I'm going to do it. Pick up the phone, call me. I got nothing to sell you. My team, we're experts. We'll help you, right? It's real simple. It's real simple. Okay, so when people click on an ad like that, boom, let's convert them, right? Now, convert them to what? Convert them to pick up the phone and call Tom, right, for a HARP refi. Because 70% of them are going to discover they don't qualify for a HARP refi, right? The 30% that do, woohoo, he's going to qualify them, get them refied, save their home. I'm going to put them on my newsletter list. They're going to be an advocate for both of us, right? They're going to go onto my A team, right? And I'm going to be thrilled. I'm going to sleep better at night knowing that the two of us together, we just found somebody who was upside down in their home. We helped them save it. That's awesome. Right? But 70% of the people are not going to qualify. And those people, believe me, they've already been working on a loan mod that's not going anywhere. And you know what they're going to say to Tom when he says, sorry, you don't qualify? They're going to say, well, what do you recommend we do now? And you know what Tom's going to say? I recommend you pick up the phone and call Chris. I recommend you pick up the phone and call Chris. He specializes in short sales. He can help you guys stay in that home as long as possible and get paid cash to move out. Oh, yeah, Chris is the one that helped us find you. Right? That's the way it works. It's a symbiotic relationship. That's how I'm getting listings from my website. I'm using Craigslist ads for HARP 2.0 Save Your Home. I'm driving them to my mortgage partner who sends them right over to me for a short sale. It's a process. It's a process converting a loan modification minnow into a short sale salmon. You see, you've got to feed them nutrient-rich information that helps them discover on their own that they're no longer a minnow, they're now a salmon. Then all they do is they look around and they say, hey, will you help us sell our house? Sure, I'd love to. Right? Sure, I'd love to. I'm a real estate consultant. I'm an advisor. I'm not a sales cat. I'm not breathing commission breath on you guys. I'm here to help. Right? So now look at this. Look at this. Oh, more than it's worth. Struggling to maintain. Collect up to $30,000 when you short sale. Click to learn more. Right? That's just a little ad. Right? Oh, more than it's worth. Struggling to maintain. Collect up to $30,000 when you short sale. Click to learn more. Now, if they clicked on that, where would I want them to go to? Again, they're going to click on that. They're going to go, wow, yeah, I do owe more than my home is worth. We are struggling to maintain it. What do you mean collect up to $30,000 short sale? Click. Right? Click. And then again, when that click occurs, what do I got? I got about 3 seconds. I got about 3 seconds. Right? So then what they're going to do is they're going to land on a page called Get 30K to Short Sale. Same thing, headline. Bank of America pays up to $30,000 in relocation assistance to upside down and delinquent owners who short sale. How much will your lender pay? I'll help you stay in your home as long as possible and fight to get you as much cash as possible for your fresh start. If I can't help you save your home through a loan modification or HARP refinance, I'll help you stay in your home as long as possible and get paid to move out with zero foreclosure. So why do I have a link right here over to my friend Tom on the HARP 2.0 help page? Right? Because I just drove them here from the internet. They landed on this page. Why would I want them to go there? Because I want to help them save their home. I want to let them know, hey, I got everything you need over here. I got. I got it all. Right? You want help with your loan modification? Click on the loan mod button. I got all the forms, instructions, how to submit them to your lender. We can help you with that. Right? Would you like a free copy of my book, The Homeowner's Guide to Fighting Foreclosure? Tips, tools, and tactics for battling your bank? Just get a free copy while you're here. Watch the video. Watch the video. Hey, folks, how's it going? My name's Chris. Listen, did you know Bank of America is paying up to $30,000 cash relocation assistance to upside-down homeowners? And they're not the only one doing this. I just got off the phone with an agent who got $25,000 cash from Chase for one of her buyers, $20,000 from Chase for another buyer. Citibank, I heard, pays up to $45,000. Now, does this mean we can always get you tens of thousands of dollars when you short sell your house? No. But I fought like a pit bull to get it for you. Right? I'll fight like a pit bull to get it for you. I'll fight to keep you in that home as long as possible and get you as much cash as possible to help you get a fresh start. Here's how I do it. And when they watch a video like that, and then I say, listen, all you guys need to do is pick up the phone and call me, now they know me. That's like knocking on their door and meeting them face to face. That's converting stranger to non-stranger faster. How am I doing it? Right from the internet. Right from the internet. I don't need spend $20,000 a month on search engine optimization. Come on, you're never going to get your website to the top of the search engine rankings organically if you're in a big marketplace. Won't happen. I mean, it might. Maybe you guys are a big team, and maybe, but highly doubtful. Highly, highly doubtful. And even if you did, what is it? Like, I mean, is it just like a search for homes sort of standard realtor website, and you get it up there? So what? Right? Is it what people want? Do you have what they want? Right? Because marketing is really having what they want. It's having what people want and standing in front of them. Right? It's not hard to set up a lemonade stand on the side of the road in the desert, coming from Nevada into California, at four-way stop sign where people have to stop anyway and there's plenty of room for parking. Free ice cold lemonade. They'll stop. It's a hot place and that's cold. We're coming in. Right? So that's what marketing is. So in 2013, right, developing new relationships is going to be key to your success. And how well you execute is going to really be key. Systematize the process, right? Put it in your calendar. What do you do and when do you do it and who do you do it to? Right? In 2013, nurture your existing relationships and systematize the process. I suggested a newsletter, note card, phone call, right? Every month, drip, drip, drip. It's touch point, touch point, touch point. Right. If you do that, and if you're executing well with a good message, hey, I'm not just a realtor. I'm a foreclosure alternatives advisor. I can help your family. I can help your friends. I can help your coworkers. If they owe more on their home than it's worth, I can help them save it for free. And if I can't help them save it, guess what? I'll help them stay there as long as possible and get paid cash to move out with no foreclosure. Hey, thanks for not keeping me a secret. What can we do to let the people that you know and work with over at Qualcomm know about what I'm doing with this program here? Right? So in 2013, you've got to nurture your existing relationships better than you did in 2012. Right? More frequently, better message. Right? Develop new relationships. More frequently, better message. Right? And use smart dialogue like save your home. Right? Use smart dialogue like get a $30,000 fresh start. Those are the words people want to hear. Save your home with HARP 2.0. Get 30K to start over. That's attractive language. It's not. It doesn't repel. It attracts. It draws people in. What do you mean get $30,000 when a short sale? Huh? Did you guys just say get 30? What are you talking about? Oh, we're talking about how to get $30,000 when you short sell your home. Yeah, you're crazy. Not if you owe more than it's worth and you've been living there for free. No, I'm not crazy. Well, what are you talking about? Pull up a chair. I'll tell you more. Right? That's what people want to know. So successful entrepreneurs like you and I, we just take great ideas and we execute better than everybody else. I don't care if you say, hey, Chris, I love this particular farm neighbor, this farm area over here, but there's this agent, she dominates it. Yeah, up until somebody comes along and executes better. Literally, up until somebody comes along and executes better. It only takes you 90 days to take a farm area away from somebody who dominates it. 90 days. You could just take it. Right? You could take it. I don't care how long she's been there, 20 years, you could take it. You could. You just have to execute better, have a better message, have a warmer personality, have a brighter smile, and execute flawlessly. It's yours. Right? So how do you list and sell for sale by owners? Like 2013, I was just showed you some short sale strategies. Right? I just showed you a bunch of short sale stuff. I'm going to show you some more here in a minute. But how do you list and sell FSBOs? By having something they want or need and by making it easy to get. Right? In 2013, how do you list and sell expired listings? Same thing. By having something they want or need and by making it easy to get. Right? So let me show you guys some of the stuff that I've been doing over at Simple Listing Solutions. If I didn't lose you here, I just got to plug back into home base. Okay, so here we are at Simple Listing Solutions. What do I do over here? I make websites. I have websites for realtors, but there's a lot of stuff attached to them, like ebooks, postcards, direct response letters, corrugated plastic bandit signs, Craigslist ads, Facebook plugins. There's a bunch of stuff that comes in a toolbox, like with the website, right? And then so you don't go into a tailspin, right? With information overwhelm. What do I do first? Because that's not going to help you. That's not going to help you, right? I mean, hey, listen, 300-page workbook, 57 hours of audio tapes, 92 days of video training might be content rich, right? It might be content rich. There might be a ton of quality information in the 9-day seminar, right? Recorded, broken up into a series of CDs and sold to you in a box for $5,000. There might be a bunch of value in that stuff. But what I'm going to say is you don't have time. You go knock on doors. Get your mail out. Get on the phone. Go get in relationship, right? You got to keep it simple. And I won't make your life more simple by saying, here's 57 tools and a website that converts into 97 language. Like you go, what? Huh? What? I understand because I'm you. I got it. I got it. So we make it really simple. All right, we make it really simple. Let me show you a website. We've been looking at this one. Right, we've been looking at this one. I showed you some pages from it. We looked at the HARP 2.0 refi page, and you saw my mortgage partner, Tom, right here with a video, right, where you could just click the video and you could watch Tom. Take 10 minutes to call and speak with Tom, right? And, Tom Jacobs has helped, so we're not going to watch this video at the moment, but that's okay, Tom. Thanks. So, here's my HARP 2.0 help page, right? And then I showed you the get $30,000 to short sell your home page, right? Bank of America with an article straight out of CNN Money, Bank of America paying up to $30,000, right? Can't get your loan modified, don't qualify for HARP refi, discover how I help people stay in their underwater homes as long as possible with no foreclosure and get a fresh start with relocation assistance cash. That's what people want. Right? Why not get a free copy of my book and just plug yourself into my automated drip campaign while you're over here, right? Because I'm going to develop a relationship with you. You're going to like me. You're going to read my book and understand that I know what I'm going to talk about. Right. You're going to go over to the homepage here, and if you want, you get a free copy of my other book, The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales. It positions me as a guru, and it's an ebook, so you can forward it to people that you know. Start an automated drip campaign. Go get that over there. Right. So now what I'm doing in 2013 is I'm targeting a particular community, 4S Ranch. Why not San Diego? San Diego's huge. I don't have a marketing budget for San Diego. I don't have enough skin on my knuckles to knock on every door in San Diego, nor do I have enough air in my lungs to call every phone number in San Diego. Couldn't happen, right? Shouldn't happen, quite frankly. Del Mar, $55 million beachfront property, and Borrego, $55,000 shacks. It's like, and everything in between. How can you call yourself an expert of all that? You can't. You can't, right? And in 2013, you want a bunch of listings, don't you? So you got to chunk down. You got to think in terms of groups, right? So I got a community. Doesn't mean it's the only community I have, but right now we're talking about 4S Ranch, right? A group of people that live in 4S Ranch, and I've got a website for them, right? I got a website for them. And all these people in 4S Ranch, I'm going to let them know through a variety of communication devices, right, that I can help them get up to $30,000 if they want to short sell their home. I'm going to let all the people in 4S Ranch know through a variety of communication devices, right, that I've got a guy on my team, he's the best guy in the county, get help with HARP 2.0, save your underwater home, right? I've got a variety of ways to communicate to the people in 4S Ranch that, listen, considering bankruptcy, why don't you get a free attorney consult? Talk to my California real estate and bankruptcy attorney. He'd love to help you guys understand your options for free. Go over to my website. I'm doing all these things right here. I'm letting all these people know that. And when the people in 4S Ranch come over here, they go, hey, wow, 4S Ranch. What does this say? If you're upside down on your 4S Ranch home or investment property and can no longer afford the payments, I'll help you save it. Or get paid to avoid foreclosure through free government refi, loan mod, and short sale programs. Huh. What's this? This guy works 4S Ranch, right? The community I live in. What do you know? What do you know? Now, is this a short sale website? No, it's not. Nope. It's a realtor website. I'm going to show you some stuff here in a minute, right? Now, can people come over here and get help with the loan mod? Sure, they can download all the forms they need, instructions, how to submit them to your lender, do all that stuff. Doesn't require me to lift a finger, right? Connecting with my mortgage partner doesn't require me to lift a finger. He'll refer you back to me, right? We're really clear on how that works. The attorney, he'll refer you back to me too. We're really clear on how that works, right? It all works the same. Now, you want to find out if you're looking at a deficiency judgment, if you're qualified for a half a short sale? No problem. You can do that, right? So deed in lieu, what's that? Go over here, find out. Deed in lieu. What's a deed in lieu? They can just come find out, right? No problem. Now, they can also search for homes. So like a buyer coming over here can search for homes. Why would a buyer come over here? How would I get a buyer to come over here? How would I get a bunch of buyers to come over here, right? Because I want buyers. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time, really, my energy chasing them, but I'm going to get them coming over here, right, for two reasons. Number one, some of them will be good. What's a good buyer? The buyer that's going to sign an exclusive buyer-broker agreement, right? The buyer that's got a minimum 20% down payment, right? The buyer that already knows pretty much, the general market they want to live in, what they need, and when they want to be moved into a home. Those are great buyers. I love to consult and advise people like that, right? Unfortunately, in this particular market, in this particular economy, where I am right now in Southern California, I don't have the resources or the energy to take on like an FHA or a VA buyer. God bless them, but I don't. Why? There's just not enough inventory out there, and there's too many investors, right? And there's too many, besides the investors, who's in line next, a bunch of people with bigger down payments than 3%. Right. So if I'm working with an FHA or a VA buyer, that just means I've got to show them, a ton of properties, and I got to write 50 offers before I get one accepted. Right. Which means by the time the thing closes escrow and I get a commission check, I made about $3.84 an hour. Right. So as a business owner, I can't afford to invest my time there. Right. But I can give you guys great advice. Right. And I don't know what I got, but the point is, in 2013, if you want it to be your best year ever, you got to focus your energy smartly. You got to use your resources smartly, right? You have to have a plan, and plan for listings, and you'll get them. Plan for buyers, you'll get them, right? So what's your plan? So I'm targeting a particular community with this website, and of course it can translate into whatever language the prospect speaks, right? I don't want them to come over here and go, sorry, it's not an Icelandic. I don't get it, right? I speak Icelandic. No, push the button, make it Icelandic. You'll get it, read it, right? Oh yeah, but my brother-in-law is with me right now, and he's Japanese, and this needs to make sense to him too, or we're just not into it. Okay, push the button, right? Oh, wow, Icelandic and Japanese, huh? Hey, here comes my friend. Now I'm not going to go through all that. I'm just going to go back to English, right? Of course we can do that. That's not a problem. Right. Of course you can search for homes, but let me show you guys something, right? This is what makes these things a little bit different than the average bear. So automated drip campaign, free home value report, automated drip campaign, get the free book. Come down here and discover again why you need to have a free home value report and plug yourself into my automated drip campaign. In fact, you're going to find on every page a variety of reasons to connect with me, right? And I'm not going to spam you with drippy, salesy stuff from a real estate salesperson breathing commission breath on you. It's not what's going to happen, right? I'm a consultant. I'm an advisor, and all my communication will reflect that, right? And so now let me show you guys something. This agent, I'm going to go over here, and I'm just going to go over here to simplelistingsolutions.com, and I'm going to log into my back office, and I've created some pages. Because with these websites, just like look at Don. This is Donald Ross in Orange County. He's created a bunch of pages, right? Changed the color, did some different stuff, right? With these websites, you can create as many pages as you want and do whatever you want on them, right? Here's Mike Daniels, right? Changing some things around. Now, Mike Daniels, look at this. Bressy Ranch, Nosy Neighbors, right? So he's targeting a community right here, Bressy Ranch, right? And he built this page. He built the page. He's not a computer guy. He doesn't know HTML programming. He's a real estate broker. He's a real estate broker. That's his computer skills, right? Just now I understand some realtors are totally techno savvy, but okay, he's not, right? He's like, what I would call sort of maybe average, right? So, but look at the page he built, Bressy Ranch Nosy Neighbor Program. Become a Bressy Ranch Nosy Neighbor program. You'll be shocked by what you'll discover as a Bressy Ranch Nosy Neighbor. When you sign up for our Nosy Neighbor program, you'll be able to rest assured knowing that nothing will happen in Bressy Ranch real estate that you won't know about right away. Right? We'll email you updates on all properties for sale, including for sale by owners, properties in escrow, properties falling out of escrow, foreclosures, pre-foreclosures, short sales, and homes that have recently sold. Just tell us who you are and what you're looking for, and we'll make sure you receive automated email updates the moment any kind of real estate-related event happens in Bressy. Right? Being a nosy neighbor is a great way to keep your finger on the pulse of Bressy Ranch home values. Be sure and tell your neighbors, too. They'll thank you. Right? And they just type in their name, click, submit, go straight to him. He built this page. Right? That's what I've done at Simple Listing Solutions. I've made these websites that you can do anything you want to. This is Larry Martin. right? Larry Martin in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Can I tell you, Grand Rapids, Michigan, I don't know what the average price point is out there, but I'd say 150 to 200. I mean, this is from conversation with him. Phenomenal year. 2012, phenomenal year. Phenomenal year. And in 2013, Chris, I'm going to take it to 100 closed transactions, and he will. Right? That's in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Right? That's Mike, and that's Don up in Orange County. But let's go over here. So here's what I'm going to show you guys for 2013, because in 2013, I'm ready to go. Right? I'm ready to go. So here's how I'm ready. I'm in my back office. I just logged in. And now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click Stealth Site, because that's what we're looking at. And I'm going to click Customize Website Menu. I've made these pages over here. Now they're not shown at the moment, but I've made them because it's really easy to build pages. If you can work in Microsoft Word, you know, you're done. You're good. If you can work in Microsoft Publisher, you're a genius. Okay. So I've made some pages, and I'm just going to drag them and put them onto my website. So let's just drag them over where I've had them stored. Let's put them let's put them right here. Forest Ranch Bank-Owned Bargains. That's my buyer campaign. I'm going to grab Forest Ranch Expired Listing History. That's my expired campaign. And I'm going to grab my Forest Ranch For Sale by Owner Properties. That's my FSBO campaign. All right. I'll put those right there. And how about a 4S Homeowner Service Center? I don't have that page built yet, but I'll explain the concept to you. We'll put that there too. All right. Save changes. Save changes. So now what I've just done is I've just completely modified my website. Right? I'm really targeting Forest Ranch. And as soon as this thing stops spinning here and lets me know that my changes have been saved, I'm going to take you over there. Yep. Do we save changes? All right. Looks like, well, let's close some of this stuff down. We're going to close down some of these other websites here. Huh. Interesting. Let's reload. Yeah, still saving changes. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. That was a slow process for some reason today. Okay. So here we are. Now we're back over here on my Stealth site. Now I've got my Forest Ranch Bank-Owned Bargains, Forest Ranch Expired Listing History, Forest Ranch For Sale by Owner Properties, 4S Homeowner Service Center. Get 30K to short sale, HARP 2.0, refi help. Got a bunch of other pages I dragged on over here. Right? For instance, remember in that PowerPoint presentation, when I said, what does a for sale by owner want? You know, how do you get FSBOs? I said, have what they want and need and make it easy to get. Right? Have what they want and need and make it easy to get. What does a FSBO need? Right? Because for 2013, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go after my short sales. I'm ready to go after short sale listings. I got a bunch of Craigslist ads to do that. I got a bunch of door hangers to do that, direct response letters, postcards, campaigns, strategies. I'm dialed in. I'm ready to do that. Now, FSBOs, right, I know what they want. They want help advertising their home for free, right? They want pre-qualified, high-quality buyers only, right? They don't want people bugging them. They only want to show their house when it's easy, right? And they only want to show it to pre-qualified people who are really ready to purchase and are really interested in their home. And they want a lot of help advertising and finding people like that. Right? And they probably want other things too, forms, help, taking great pictures, videos, stuff like that. And if it's all free, great, great, right? So listen, if you live in Forest Ranch and you're thinking about selling your home on your own, why not advertise it for free on my Forest Ranch For Sale by Owner page, right? I've got a Forest Ranch website. I drive a ton of buyer traffic over here, right? I drive a ton of, they come from my Forest Ranch Bank-Owned Bargains. They click on ads. They click on ads for Forest Ranch For Sale by Owners. I drive buyers over here. Right, so they could click on an ad and they could arrive on my FSBO page because it's easy to build pages. Right, you could advertise. I could put photos of your home, property information, right, whatever I want. Right, for sale by owner, pre-approved buyers can schedule property showings by calling the number below and connecting with me. Pre-approved buyers connect with me. You want to get pre-approved, connect with me. Right, and I'll show you the house. Right, I could put video, insert like videos onto each page. It's really easy. Right. So what I could do is I could tell people if they live in Forest Ranch, listen, if you're thinking about selling your home on your own, why wouldn't you advertise it on my Forest Ranch website for free? I'll come take photos, video, we can get all the information over here. I'll create Craigslist ads so we can syndicate on Backpage and all over the place to drive a bunch of traffic over here to learn about your house. And I'll make sure if anybody, before they get to you, they're pre-screened, they're pre-qualified, and I'll schedule a point. Oh, yeah, great. Listen, all I ask is that you pay me a commission for any buyer. That, oh, okay, great. Hey, listen, do you get tired of trying to sell your home on your own? I can get you more. Oh, okay, right. I'm in the relationship building business with FSBOs, and this is how I get in it. Right? How do I let the people in Forest Ranch know? Look, you guys, let me show you this. Why don't I just print a picture of my website, right? Like Rick Geese likes to stick in the mail. Remember, I began this thing by saying, hey, some agents, they send stuff through the mail, right? Why don't I just print a picture on my website, put a little Post-it note on it right here, and write a little note, say, check this out. Take my little highlighter and circle that. And then outline what my program is on the reverse side of this piece of paper, fold it up, stick it in the mail, and mail it to the FSBOs, or stick it on their front door. I could do that all day long. I could do the same thing to expireds, right? Little Post-it note, check this out, expireds. Now, what are they going to see when they go over there? You know there's going to be a video. You know there's going to be a compelling headline, right? Had your home on the market, didn't sell. That's frustrating. Look at the information below and see everybody else that happened to in 4S Ranch over the last 2 years. You'll be shocked to discover some of these people actually relisted with another brokerage and sold at a higher list price, right? Watch my video and find out how they did it. And I got a video right there. Click, play. Hey, how's it going? And now they're meeting me, right? That's my expired campaign. What do I got to do? Print a picture of my website, put a little Post-it note on it, say, check it out, right? Drop it in the mail to them. They're going to go. They're going to go look, and they're going to meet me when they do. Right? So I got my expired campaign. I got my FSBO campaign. Buyers want to come over here and search for homes. They can do that all day long. Right? I got my IDX linked up. They can search for homes, although my internet connection is so molasses slow right now. Yeah, they can search for homes. They can use my IDX. I got my blog linked up over here. Right? So for 2013, what I've got is a website. I can do anything I want to. I can build any pages that I need. It's loaded to the gills with automated drip campaigns, right? The technology, although I haven't shown you how all this stuff works, is much easier than you might imagine it would be, right? Much easier than you might imagine it would be, right? Everything happens from the agent back office, right? That's where they manage all their leads, all their prospects get filtered into here. They're all getting dripped on for home value reports, for short sale books, for fight foreclosure books, right? They're all getting dripped on. You could turn the drip campaigns on or off. Right. You can customize the website very easily, right? If you can open up the home page and just click edit, right? I'm going to open up the home page. I don't have to know HTML code. Look, it's just like working in a Microsoft Word. Don't like 4S Ranch anymore? Change it. Go work a different community. I'm just typing text, San Alejo Hills, right? I just changed my community. Now I'm just going to come down here and click submit, right? It's that easy to edit a page, right? Like if we go back over here, we go to my home page now, you're going to see that I'm no longer, look, I'm working San Alejo Hills, right? So it's that easy to edit a page. It's also that easy to insert video anywhere I want. It's that easy to insert photos anywhere I want, logos anywhere I want, text anywhere I want, right? Videos anywhere I want on my pages. But here's the thing. If I'm just a realtor right now making the transition between my ears into understanding, oh yeah, I need to really be a marketer with a real estate license here if I'm going to kill it. If I'm going to be a top producer, dialogue, tools, I got to have my stuff together, right? Do you guys have a website you can build any page and you got help building your pages, right? And do you have the concepts? Like what kind of pages do I need to be building? For what purpose? I don't just want to get into the business of sitting behind my computer and building pages because that's like playing on Facebook all day. That's not going to make 2013 my best year ever. I got to get my stuff dialed in quickly, right? I've got to have a site dialed in quickly, right? And I could have multiple. I don't just have to have 4S Ranch for sale by owners. I could have Mira Mesa for sale by owners, Claremont for sale by owners, La Jolla for sale by owners. I can have as many pages as I want, right? A bunch of FSBO campaigns. If there's not enough FSBOs in this community yet, all right, I'll build 4 or 5 different community pages, right? Because the FSBOs are coming, you guys. They may not be here yet, but they're coming. Right? Short sales, we still got time. We got another year of short sales at least. Right? But listen, there's other business coming. And it's out there right now. There's equity listings out there right now. I'm starting to see FSBOs out there right now. There's expireds. Right? So if you've got the ability to really target, right, communities and hone your message and make yourself really attractive and build a strategic alliance, all you need is a mortgage guy. I'll show you how to get an attorney. If you're in California, I got an attorney for you already. Right? And that's not stuff that's hard to do, but it's stuff you need to do if you're in the real estate business and you want to stick around. Right? What I've attempted to do over here at Simple Listing Solutions, and I think I've done a pretty good job at, and we're improving all the time, right, is I make that easy for you. That's my job, is to make it easy for you. Chris, what do I say at the door? Here's what you say. Chris, when they're not there, what do I leave at the door? Here's what you leave. right? Chris, are you sure this works? Prove it to me. Right? I don't want to be out there saying this stuff, leaving stuff if I don't really know, right? Okay, sure, I'll show you. You want to talk to some realtors doing it? Okay, good. I understand the logic, right? Chris, I don't want to knock at doors. I'm petrified. What do I do? Okay, here's what you're going to mail. Chris, I don't have a mailing budget, but I want to mail. What do I do? Okay, here's how you're going to get people to help pay for your mail, and here's what you're going to mail. Right? I'll show you. Chris, how do I create my own Craigslist ads to drive people to any page of my website? Great question. I'm going to teach you how. I'm going to show you how. Chris, how do I get this book that I wrote up onto my Facebook page? Right? Oh, I'm going to show you how so people can download it right from your Facebook page. Like, I'll show you how. Right? I'll show you how. How do you do that, Chris? Well, in the same place, in your back office where you can customize your website, build as many pages as you want, right? And customize the menu, meaning take pages on and off, take them away, put them back, put them in any stacking order you want, your pages, right? And not only that, change the name of the pages. You don't like the name of the pages. You don't want it to be called, get 30K to short sale. You got a better title page? Rename it. You can, easy. Customize website content, right? Which page do you want to rename? HARP 2.0 here, get 30K to short sale. I want to rename it. All you got to do is click rename, right? Title, what do you want it to be? Give it a new title. Click submit and you'll change the title, right? Don't like the color of your website? Not a problem, right? Just click edit site settings, right? Well, let's change the color. Let's go down here and say, hey, look, I just joined Century 21, and it's really important that we all have like Century 21 stuff happening, right? I don't know. Is this Century 21 C21 Gold? I don't know. Not really, but I'm slightly colorblind, but you get the point. You guys can you change the color of your website. You could build as many pages as you want, right? You could there's nothing that you cannot do to the website, right? There's nothing you can't do to it. So I just kind of put things back. I'm going to click reload. Back to a sort of semi-blue. And so let's go back to this one over here. Nothing you cannot do to it. You can build a page called Bressie Ranch Nosy Neighbors. You can just type in a headline, insert an image, type in some text, and then pop in one of these boxes we give you. Pop. And you can say, hey, Chris, I want to have my book right here on this page too. Get a free copy of my book right here too. Okay, pop it in right here. Pop. And then I want to have a video right here. Okay, just pop it in. Pop. Right? There's nothing you can't do. So that's what's going on with the websites that we build over here. But more than that, we've got a whole garage of tools, a garage of training videos, how to build pages, how to build the Craigslist ads, how do I master that dialogue at the door, how do I do YouTube, how do I do this. And if the video is not enough, you just call us up and say, hey, I really need more help than the video because I'm trying and it's not working. And we say, hey, okay, what's going on? What do you need? We're on your team, right? We're on your team. We can help. So, anyway, that's a little bit about what's going on over here at Simple Listing Solutions. I showed you guys a little bit of our stuff. But we talked about making 2013 your best year ever, right? We started this whole conversation by saying, keep it simple, right? Think two groups, strangers and non-strangers, right? And then we talked about how will you contact them and who are you going to contact in terms of strangers. And then in terms of non-strangers, we said, how many have you got on your list? How many times a month are you going to talk to them? And how are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? Right. Now, one of the tools that comes with the toolkit over here every month with my website is a newsletter. Right. One of the tools is a business card. Like one of the tools is a direct response letter. I'll show you the letter. Okay. So here's a simple letter. Right. And, this letter is used in a variety of ways. These days, agents handing it out at open houses. They inserting it into their newsletter, attaching it to property flyers, sticking it on the reverse side of your property flyers so when the neighbors come and empty your flyer box, right, they're getting your letter. It's like a press release. It talks about your book. What book? I forgot to mention that. Right. So with this website that I create, there's 2 books and they're ghost written for you. They're editable. You're the author of both books, right? The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales, which walks people through a short sale from front to end, right? Walks them through the process in a way that they enjoy and they totally get it. It's got all the tools, forms they need, and it really positions the author as an expert. I wrote the book. It's a great book, and it's ghost written for you, right? So there's 2 books that come with the system, and they're both yours. So that's what I mean by that. Right. So there's a bunch of tools, so you can just download them back here. right? And again, I said one of the tools was this letter that we were just looking at, and it lets people know about your book, and it's written just like a press release, and it says for a free copy, go over to my website, get it. I'm a certified short sale advisor. Right, it's got this gold symbol down here. It's yours to use and put on all your marketing stuff. You've also got a gold symbol with the Foreclosure Alternatives Advisor seal. All right, so that's a letter. Right, that's a simple little business card. Right, here's a simple business card. Same thing. It's the book offer with the seal. Right, I tell you guys how to use these in different ways. But what I want to look at right now is my December edition of my newsletter. This is the welcome mat, right, and we're looking at the December edition of a direct response newsletter, right? And you can see right here, in fact, I got my little real estate sign down here in the corner, but let's see if I can scroll down a little bit so you guys can see the bottom of this. Yeah, right down here next to my real estate line sign down here, I've got, check it out, get a free copy of my book, right? Just go to my website and get a free copy of my book, The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales, right? I've got, go over to my website, get a free home value report. The kind that your bank's going to want, whether you're working on a loan mod or a short sale, you need to get this kind of home value report. Go over here and get it. It's free, right? Hey, referrals are the lifeblood of my business. Past clients, friends, neighbors, friends, all mixed together to provide me a constant flow of new clients, opportunities, and income. I have you to thank for that, right? Thanks for not keeping me a secret. Look, he's got his little Rudolph stuff happening this month, right? It says, do you know friends who are upside down on their home or property? You can help me help them. It's easy and free. Right, I can expertly guide anyone through their loan mod or short sale process, and it's absolutely free. Learn more at my website, right? Get free professional assistance with loan mods, HARP refi, half a short sales, right? So there's my newsletter. Right, now this is just a demo stuff. This is not a real. I'm not sending this stuff out, and I'm not using this website right here, right? But that means you guys can come over here and play with it. You can come to experthomeassist.com and click on the pages and click on stuff and play with it all day long, right? And you can also come over here to simplelistingsolutions.com and you can just look at the tools, right? You can just visit and you just click tools and click on the offline tools and see all the tools that come with the website. See what we're doing over here, okay, for less than $220 each month, right? $39 a month. You can have yourself set up with your own stealth website. $39 a month. You'd have your own direct response newsletter like the welcome mat. You'd have a bunch of tools, and you'd have Dave and I helping you out. Dave's my partner over here. He's a computer genius. He's a PhD programmer. He's a rocket scientist. All of this technology is custom-built stuff, and it's completely bulletproof. So think about bringing Dave and I onto your team in 2013 for $39 a month. Right? It's not a year-long commitment. It's a month-to-month commitment with us. But we'd love to join your team, and you can learn all about us over here at Simple Listing Solutions. Okay, so thanks for your time today. I hope you guys got some great ideas. I've gone a little bit longer than I promised, and you have stuck around for it, and I thank you for that. And if you have any questions, you can certainly type them in, but I think I've answered them all. Thank you, you guys, for participating. Any last questions, though, I'll take a little circle through the lot. Okay, you guys all know how to. You just click on the little arrow, right? You can type in whatever you want. Just click enter. Okay. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Ed, I hope you got some good stuff today, and I'd love to chat with you. Give me a call, and I hope you're well. And you guys, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.